I'm saying, with all of the people that he has in his ministry. Now, where does that $6 million go? Is half of it going to him so he can have his acres and acres of land? Or is some of that money going to build homes to get the homeless off the street? Now, that's just one of many of these big pastors in these cities. So that's what it's saying. All this money going to these churches, but it's not going to the community. All right? So we are, I'm going to get to what Elder Kirk is supposed to be talking about. All right? Now, it says just because they have money doesn't make them a leader or a business. If they have money or business does not mean that they are leaders. See, that's the thing now, like we said with hip hop and R&B and stuff like that. If you're making money, everybody's going to flock to you. If I drop an album, but somebody else drops the album, they've been out longer than me, they have more money than me, guess what? My album may be better than theirs, but you're going to get theirs. Why? Because they have more money. And they may have, they might have more concerts, or you may know them a little bit better. But mine's is better than theirs. It's a trained, let's say a trained way of thinking. You understand what I'm saying? And instead of finding out, you understand what I'm saying? Listening, that's why I like iTunes. Just Elder Kirk, like I said, I break it down to where everybody can understand. Like on iTunes, I can listen to the album before I buy it. See what I'm saying? That's good stuff. Now I don't just buy the album and then when you get the album, you're disappointed. Well, every Friday I go see what's new, what came out new, and they give you samples of the music, and then sometimes you be like, oh man, then you be like, oh man, this is all right. I had to get this. Other times, like I said, it's a thing where if somebody's been around for a while. Another, way of saying it. Somebody's been around for a while. You might want to get their stuff instead of getting somebody new. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying when I talk about leadership. When I'm talking about just because they may have been around, they may have more money, does not mean that they are leaders. Now, because like I said before, Raven, that was what your call was. The same way you made money for you might not work for me. So I'm starting to follow you, and I start doing what you did, and guess what? It don't work for me. Why? Because that doesn't mean that they were meant to be a leader of masses and masses of people. You understand? So just because they have money or they have a business does not make them a leader. That's one thing. God was saying to me today, and I said this to somebody. Somebody else said it. Before they said the thing about Master P is he gives the game away for free. We say he gives the game. If you ever talk to him, he'll sit right there and tell you how he got it, what you need to do to maintain it, and everything. But somebody else will say, "Hey, come to my seminar, and for $39.95, no wait a minute, for 80 payments of $39.95, I'll sell you the game." There's only a few people, really helping you, trying to help you out. Other people are not. I say a leader must have followers. If I'm just standing there pointing my finger and nobody's with me, then I'm not a leader. Some people are out here just willy-nilly, don't have nobody with them, talking this crazy stuff. Just talking crazy. Raven, you got a question, baby? Ask me. They just, I'm doing this. I was telling y'all a story one time. The pastor, he was working. We were working at the school system. He was working at the school, and he was. We were over at Cape Fear High down the street here. They had a little fire incident, and we had to do a little cleanup before the restoration crew came in. And the pastor was just talking like he was God, and then people followed him and did what he said, and because of him, that's why they were where they were. That's not a leader. But they said, I'm pretty sure when they went to his church, he was their leader. No. Look at the patriarch of your family. A lot of times with a lot of us in the black home, it's your grandmother. The grandmother is usually the patriarch because she has so much wisdom and knowledge. No matter who. When we went to Charlotte and Raven and Santos were in the room talking to my mom, they had a whole lot, and my dad came in too. There was a lot of clarity in both of their minds when they spent all that time and they're talking to them, right, baby? a lot of clarity. We don't think about that, y'all. We just, in our hearts, we just love and we like, oh my God, I thank you for having them. But you have no idea the treasures that you have. And some people right here not even talking to their grandparents, don't even visit their grandparents or talk to their grandparents. You understand? And for us, our mothers or our fathers. I've always told you, I enjoy my dad. I went to John P. Key Church with him, and he said, Dwight, you want to go? I said, yes, sir. Y'all know I'm not messing with no churches. But because that's my dad, and I love to talk to the word, man, let me tell you something. One of these days, I'm going to do this freaking. He going to get on here with me. One of these days, daggone it. I'm telling you. And you don't understand the treasure you have, the leadership that's sitting right there. But instead, you're going to go somewhere else and, hey, let me go find this guy because this guy has a PhD. Divine connection and don't even know. Please, if you are a leader, please do not have such an ego that you do not take advice. You don't listen to anything anybody tells you. If they give you a heads up that something is about to go down, you'll say, no, I'm your boss. I'm doing this. Or I'm your leader. I've been doing this for long enough. I know more than you do. Just do what I'm telling you to do. What you say, okay. But then when the ball drops or something sounds familiar, be leader enough to say, you know what, you did warn me. Thank you. I'm gonna do better at listening to the things that you tell me. Now, how we're gonna end this off here is we're gonna end it off with the Senate hearings. The thing about these Senate hearings is this, and I want you, Raymond, I want everybody to watch what happens with these committee appointments. Now, we have been seeing, I've been on CNN and everything else, the people that are in Congress are giving the people that are that Trump has given these offices to questions because to see if they qualify. So far, a lot of them have not qualified from the questions, or they don't even have the qualifications. But guess what? I bet you they still get in the office. Now that's what I'm talking about when they do stuff to you in your face. You know what, everyone? God bless you and thank you for joining us.